Boom. What's up,
Oh,
man?
not much.
So,
Wintertime.
yeah, we got a question for you already, man.
And a question.
Yeah, from
Oh,
Nancy Bodwell.
I'm shooting for by the 1st of April. I mean, I've got the book out to beta readers. Beta readers are people who read through your manuscript and
Proofread it.
figure out what makes sense and what doesn't, and give you feedback so you can change things. So if you don't release a book that doesn't make any sense, and after that,
There's been many
I'll
of
make
those.
my changes, send it off to the editor. Editor will probably have it about 2 or 3 weeks, and they send me back a clean copy, and then I can publish it on Amazon.
And there you have it.
It's slow process, but you don't want to skip any steps.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, man. Especially
Like I
the
I I
comments.
happen to I
The
happen to
comments.
notice that
You'll get comments. Oh, you spelled that wrong. Oh, there should be a comma there.
yeah. Well, I I I figured out that I accidentally deleted part of a chapter
Oh, really?
accidentally at some point, so I had to go and add that back in.
That changed the whole plot twist, huh?
Yeah, it was pretty bad when a chapter ends in the middle of a sentence.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I'm serious. But so some good things happened this week, man.
yeah.
Yeah,
Your,
we had
your Eagles come
we had
through, huh?
we had some warm weather on Monday, and I got out. It was beautiful. Um, my Eagles put an ass whooping on Mr. Mahomes and the rest of the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, that game was over in the first quarter, bro.
And I made all kinds of money on that game.
Yep, that game was over in the first quarter. It was never a game, and they look like the
The,
Kansas City
the
Chiefs look
Chiefs,
like
the
a pop
Chiefs,
Warner.
Chiefs. You know what the Chiefs should have done? They should have called up to the booth, got Tom Brady to come down.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we did the same thing to him. We did the same thing and same thing to him in the last Super Bowl we played them that we beat them, but not
You,
as
you
bad.
know, you know that game there. I blame Belichick because one of his top defensive players he sat on the bench the whole
Yeah,
game. And Belichick, he kind of blew that.
yeah, that was beautiful, man. I was just in my glory, just sitting on my couch.
But
Even my,
there's always somebody that makes a mistake, and that's how they win the Super Bowl. Like what was it? Norwood, wide right,
yeah,
back in 1986.
Scott Norwide.
No wide, yeah.
Yeah, we call him Norwide. But yeah, man, I was. And did you see? They only put the camera on Taylor Swift one time, and that was when they were booing her. So she didn't quite get the attention she normally gets because they weren't her boy wasn't doing very much that game. So
Yeah.
not
I
very.
think he's gonna probably retire. He probably should. He's
Um,
not as productive as he used to be.
no, but you know, um, you're probably right. It just depends if he's like his brother. His brother could have still played, but the thing is you know his brother Travis doesn't have any kids. He's not married. His brother's married, got kids, just had a new one, so they got four now. So I get that, yeah, I could still play, but you know what? I'm making a shit ton of money on my podcast. I'm on TV every other minute. I
Yeah,
don't,
he's got the soup commercials,
man.
chunky soup.
He's probably making as much money, if not more, doing what he's doing now than um, than he was when he was playing football, without having to, take the physical abuse and show up to
Now,
training camp and
now his fame kind of benefits from Taylor Swift.
so yeah, I wonder if she's gonna
Kind
break
of
up.
a,
He's a loser. Loser. Loser.
she's got to break up with him so she can write that hit song about it, right?
Maybe she'll go back to uh what's his name? Nick Jonas.
Oh, I don't know who that is. Is that the Jonas Brothers?
Yeah, I think she dated
I
him.
couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you a single song that they sang.
I think I can't either. I think she dated him when she was young. But it was a beautiful thing. Um, can't wait to watch the parade on Friday. I'm, I was thinking about going, and then I said, "Nah, it's going to be a madhouse, man." That's gonna
I'm glad you're enjoying my book, JBP. I knew you would. I had to kind of convince her to read it. She won one of my books, and she said, "Well, witches aren't really my thing." I said, "Well, read it. It's more of a humorous book than anything else."
yeah. So she brought up the marbles in the
Yeah,
book.
there's a scene in it where marbles are used as a weapon.
Wow, is there a slingshot too?
No, it's my shameless plug.
Shameless plug. There's nothing wrong with shameless plugs, man.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to see, people starting to feel better. We've had a few people under the weather. Um, my girl, the Gaz, was a little under the weather. She's pretty much getting back there now.
Did they have a show Monday?
It was a short one. It was like 40
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
But Mr. Bortner here was sick last week. Glad to see he's starting to feel better, and he probably gave it to Q because Q's a little under the weather now. But that's his job, man. If he gets it, he's got to give it to her. It is what it is. You know, whether he gave it to her or not, he's going to get blamed for it. So might as well take the credit for it, right?
Yeah.
Might as well take the credit for it. So I hope everybody's feeling better. We are almost halfway through February, man. I know that doesn't mean a whole lot for you, Richie.
Well, what it means is it's going to start getting warmer here pretty soon.
Yeah, but warmer for you is like going from like 22 to 28.
There is a such thing as an early spring. It has happened before up this way. I mean, early spring, the way we're digging in March.
Right. But yeah, I mean, we got 3 inches last night overnight. And so I was up early and I looked outside and I'm like, could have been worse, 3 inches. And by the time I got done, I sat down, I had my coffee. About an hour and a half later, my wife's getting ready for work. And I said, yeah, let me go out and, dust her car off and warm it up for her and put the defrosters on so it's nice and toasty when he gets in. I walked outside, dude, it was like 40 degrees.
Yeah.
Half the stuff that was on her car was already gone. Half the stuff that was on the ground today is pretty much already gone. And I was like, it's not bad, man. If this is the worst I have to worry about this winter, we're good.
When I get 3 inches of snow, I put the plow on the truck because I know it isn't going to be moved anywhere until I move it.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I heard there's might be one more little storm coming at some point between now, I think, and Sunday. I don't really didn't get the details. I don't know. But if it's anything like the one we just had, okay. Not a big deal. And the funny thing is, before anything happened last night, all the schools had a delayed opening. And then I look outside, I live right across the street from an elementary school. They never even had school. I'm like, it's 3 inches. And it was done snowing way before school would have even started. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, I can't tell you how many times when I was in middle school and high school where it started snowing while we're at school. They didn't even let us go home until there was 3-4 inches on the ground. So it's almost like they didn't believe we were supposed to get 10 inches. And then once 3 or 4 got on the ground, they're like, oh, okay, maybe we are going to get it. Let's send them home. I'm like, really?
Yeah, it doesn't look like it used to be, Bobby.
Now they close school if it's cloudy out, dude. Oh, it looks like it could do something. School's closed. Or at least a delayed opening. Something. But yeah, what are you gonna do, man? But so hopefully where you are in your town, in your state, it's starting to starting to kind of thaw out ground wise a little bit. Um, and so you guys can get out and get some digging done. I got to get out Monday. We had it was a nice day Monday. It's high of I think 46 on Monday. So I said I cannot not get out. If I don't get out in 46, just shoot me, man. But yeah, got out Monday. I wasn't out long, a couple hours. It was just nice, man. It's just nice to be out and wasn't windy or anything like that. It's just nice to be out and comfortable, in a hoodie. Not out there, full metal jacket and wind kicking up and cold and fighting through 3 inches of permafrost to get down. It was just nice. 49 degrees. Wait a minute. Is that correct? Is that correct? Did I dig a Trine, Morgan, or GW button? I did not. I did get a couple of parasols, a couple of buttons. Oh, snap. Yeah, but 49 tomorrow with a 90% chance of rain.
90.
Yeah. 90% chance of rain. You know what though? The rain's supposed to stop around 10 in the morning. So I might jet out around 9. That's all right. I can live with that. Yeah, 49. Yeah, I might not be able to pass that one up. No Trump, Morgan, no GW, a couple buttons, a couple parasols. I think part of an old lock. What else I get? Matchbox car and a Philly special, a Phil special. Nice 1880 IHP. I call that the Philly special.
Yeah.
Or Philly. Not of the Pennsylvania Philly, but of the Illinois Philly.
Now, I haven't dug a GW button and I haven't dug a Trine, but I have dug a Morgan Dollar.
I have actually not dug any of those three. 0.
I've only got one.
That's the Trime I'd like. The GW, well, yeah, of course. The Morgan wouldn't suck, but it's not really way up there on my list. If I come across it, I come across it. Great.
Any silver dollar, really.
Yeah. It's just not one of those real high on my bucket list type of things. Just
that's because it's probably not something that you really envision somebody losing. Too often.
Not just that, but I mean, yeah, you get over a Morgan, that's gonna blow your ears off, and that's cool and everything. But it's just not that old. I mean, 1880s at the oldest. So
yeah, but it's big silver. It's nice to find one.
Yeah,
at least one.
It wouldn't suck, but it's not if I find one. But it's not like I'm going to be. Oh my god! You're not going to hear me exploding in the video or anything like that.
So, I was pretty excited.
Right. Well, yeah. But a Trime or a GW, yeah, it's probably going to be some F-bombs in my video on that one when I post it on TikTok and YouTube. No doubt whatsoever. But I've just got some. I just have some others that come to mind more for me than like a Morgan or anything like that. Whether they're I don't want to say whether they're obtainable. Anything is obtainable. I do understand some of the things that I'm looking for. The odds are not. They're not with me. So, but that's why we get out and swing, man, right? Because you don't ever know what you're going to find.
Yeah, you never know.
Nope, never know. That's the beauty of it.
Big bucket lists every year.
I don't, you know, I don't honestly think that I could be involved in a hobby that became predictable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, that oh yeah, I could do that. Oh yeah, that's possible. Yeah, I could do that. You know, I like this hobby because, you know, you don't know. You never know. You can't know. There isn't any way for you to know. You can do all the research in the world and do everything you can to put yourself in a situation, in a position to be successful, but it doesn't mean anything because you don't know. You know, all the research in the world never guarantees you anything. That's it.
If somebody didn't lose it, you ain't finding it.
If somebody didn't lose in that particular field, I ain't finding it.
Yeah.
So, just like Anthony just said, you know, the thrill of the hunt. That's the beauty of it for me. You know, just to be out there and just turn that machine on, ground balance real quick, and start swinging. I might find something first, second hole. I might not find anything until the 20th hole or the 40th hole. Or I might not find anything at all. But you don't know when
You know, a lot of times you find something right away, and then you spend the rest of the day finding
15-minute
nothing.
curse, dude. That's the 15-minute curse. It's struck me a few times. It got me actually. I think the last copper I got of 2024. I think it was my second hole. It was a matron. And if it's the first thing I said, I'm 10 minutes in. I said, please do not hit me with the 15-minute curse.
Yeah.
I got hit with the 15-minute curse because I didn't find a damn thing after that. Not
It happens.
It does, man. It does. It's the curse is real, man. The curse is real. You know, I mean, there are times when I do, hit quick and then, maybe hit something else or a couple others, somewhere during the day. But you'd be amazed how many times it happens, man, where you hit quick and then, you're all stoked now, pressure's off, and you can just go out and swing and relax. And you're just like, wow, I can't believe I didn't find anything else. I really, I mean, I hunted for 3 hours and I spent 2 hours and 50 minutes of it just getting over nothing. It's just how
Yeah.
it's the way it is. Yeah, I know, right? First three holes are good, and then shit.
Bottle dump digging's the same way.
Yeah,
You
but
can
you know
find
what?
some.
I mean, even when you're doing your bottles, you probably come across a bunch of other bottles. They're just not older what you're looking for.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
when you're swinging a machine and you happen to be on a field that's quiet, you know, there's times when, I'll be out in the field and I might go 20, 25 minutes without even a target, and um, that can get a little frustrating, it can get a little frustrating. And I have 15-inch coil on my Knox. So when I'm going 20, 25 minutes without digging a hole, I'm starting to, I'm starting to feel it.
The old shoulder's starting to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I start feeling it, man. Definitely start feeling
I gave up on those big coils years
it.
ago.
You know what? I
My
use it.
shoulder.
Yeah. I mean, I use it. I use it because I like to get that little. It does give me a little extra depth.
Yeah.
But I think what I might do is um, I might until it gets full blown. You can get out pretty much anytime weather, which is probably what, mid March towards the end of March ish. Um, I might go back to my 11-inch stock coil for a while just to kind of all right, let's take it easy, you know,
Yeah.
and we'll throw the 15 back on when it gets closer to go time. Right now, it's just about finding a field that isn't frozen and just trying to get a couple hours in. If it's cold, if it's not too cold, try to stay out there as long as I can. But you know, once mid March comes, and mid March to going towards the end of March, we're pretty much safe from snow. We're pretty much safe from 20-something degree weather. Then I'll switch
I,
back.
I can't believe that they scheduled come out swinging the beginning of April. That's
Always,
crazy to me because
always has
it's
been.
like winter up here still.
Yeah, it's always been the first week of April. When he was doing it twice a year, it was the first week of November and then the first week of April, first weekend. And we actually never really got it. We never had any problem. Um, the only thing we ran into is is in the April hunt, uh, which is not that unusual. It seems like the last two or three on the first day we get rain, but it is April, so I mean, but it hasn't been like raining in 35 degrees. It's 50 degrees. Couple was it last year? I think it was. We had a Saturday. It was raining pretty good, but it was 55, 60 degrees, and by the time it stopped raining in the morning, we were all dying, like sweating in t-shirts. So I mean,
Yeah.
it is what it is. I mean, um, you know, that time of the year, I'd say November is usually more stable weather-wise than April is. April it could be April's funny, man. April it could be 60 degrees. It could be 40 and raining and windy. You don't know. November is usually first weekend in November. We're pretty usually pretty solid, man. We're you're gonna get 50 degrees, maybe even and better than that. At least the last 4 or 5 years here. Javier Garcia, what's up, man?
Hey, Javier,
But you know, we've all hunted in shit.
how did it
Cold,
snow and rain and
rain,
cold and wind and
it doesn't matter.
a cold windy day is about the worst.
It is. I don't mind I don't mind it being 65, 70 degrees and raining. I'm out there. It doesn't bother me. My machine's waterproof. Not worried about that. You're not getting me out just because it's raining. If it's 40 and raining and 10-mile-an-hour winds, yeah, I'm probably not going to stay out there too long because that can get nasty and cold, and it's no fun. No fun hunting when it's too cold, or if it rains a little bit, that doesn't bother me. When you get that rain when it's a little chilly out and you get windy and you get that sideways rain that's freaking hitting you, that's when I'm out of there.
Yeah. And it's muddy, your hands are all caked in mud, and
I don't even
the
care
machine's
about.
getting caked in mud.
I don't even. I got
Yeah,
spare.
but
I keep 3 or 4 pairs
you
of gloves.
can't even find your buttons anymore.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't mind that, man. I don't mind that. The worst is just is being cold.
Hey, Tom.
I don't. My body being cold doesn't bother me, but when my hands get so cold to the point where they've gone beyond cold now and they just hurt, that's when
Yeah.
I'm done. I can't. At that point, I can't really. I'm not really enjoying it, because you're gripping with one hand, so you got no blood flowing. There's no circulation going in your hand. The gloves are doing nothing for the wind, and it's 28 degrees and 15-mile-an-hour winds. I mean, that's horrible, man. I can't even deal with that. I don't care about the 28. If it's 28 with no wind, I'm all day. I'm good.
Yeah.
But
We
28,
we get we get so used to the cold up here. The first day it reaches 60 degrees. It's like we're sweating.
yeah,
It's like the
right.
middle of July to us.
Yeah, yeah, I'd imagine so.
Yeah.
I ran into that when I lived in Florida for 10 years, and um, I remember first year I was there. Um, I moved there in April, and I remember when that next winter came, when it got to be December and January and February. I'm walking around in shorts and a t-shirt. My neighbors are looking at me like I'm out of my friggin' mind. And they're like, "Are you crazy? 60 degrees." They're outside in jeans and a jacket. I'm like, "It's 60 degrees." They're like, "Uh-huh. Wait till you've been here a few years." They were right.
Yeah. Yeah. You get used to all that warmer weather. You don't have any tolerance for the cold.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, 60 degrees in January down there, 60, 65. That's like to them, that's cold. I'm coming from Jersey. 60, 65 in January and February. Hell yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that all day long. And they're just looking at me. I'm like a tank top and shorts. And they're all like, "What are you doing?" I was like, What am I doing? What are you doing? It's cold." No, 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 it's not cold. I said, I said, "Go back to where I'm from right now. It's like 23 degrees." I said, "My mom's got ice coming off the gutters, icicles coming out the gutters at her house right now." So now I'm good. I'm good. So has anybody? I know Ashley got out. I do know Ashley got out, and if I remember correctly, I think Ashley got her first wheat penny last week.
Oh, nice.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Ashley. If Ashley's still here. So I get excited.
It's always exciting when you dig your first of anything, even if it's just a wheat penny.
I get excited for people that that get a first of anything and they're like stoked about it. See, that's good stuff right there. That's the exciting stuff right there. Um, but I know Phil was looking to get out. I don't know if it was last
Phil,
or the weekend
really?
before he got
Wisconsin? Is it Wisconsin or Illinois?
no
It's
Phil
Illinois,
said
right?
Illinois.
Yeah.
I don't know if they ever got out. She got first week. Oh, that's right, and she got her first Army Great Seal button.
Yeah. I always remember finding your first one of those too.
Well, you know what? That's the thing is you never get tired of digging up military buttons. You know, even if I have some already, I mean that's just a whole nother animal right there. I dig up a button.
Anything military, really.
I dig up a button and I see an eagle on it. I'm stoked right then and there. Oh, Rob just popped in. Buttons. Yes, buttons. Yes, Ashley got a killer button, killer, and that's one of the bigger military buttons that you're gonna find are those Army Great Seal buttons, the coat ones.
Yeah.
They do have the same button for the Cubs. I actually got one in 2024. It's small though, but I have a few of the Army Great Seal ones. That never gets old, man. Even though it's not like hundreds of years old. Still,
They still use the same button, right?
yes, they do. Yes,
Yeah.
they do.
I
They
know
did,
I had that same button when I served.
and they did when I was there. But that never gets old. Finding those, it's just they're just cool, man. And that's just a part of our 20th century history, man. So I mean, um, you just never get tired of that. I think what we're gonna do next week is, I think next week, um, hopefully we get some people that got out and get out, and we'll have people email um, their fines because I'd like nothing better than to stick that wheat penny in that great Army Great Seal button. Biggest day right up here for everybody to see.
You probably won't be receiving any pictures from me, but that's okay. It's not that time of year.
The pictures of the snow in your yard.
Yeah.
Picture of Richie standing next. His wife took a picture of him standing next to his truck with the plow on it.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll do that next week. And if anybody has gotten out recently or gets out this week, no matter what it is, you got out and you dug it up. It's a fine, man. How you doing, Brad? Um, so maybe we'll do that next week. Um, and then the week after, uh, eh, maybe we'll do.
I got a birthday somewhere in there.
Yeah, yours is the end of the month, right?
Yeah, 23rd.
23rd. That's what I thought. So that's Friday? No, Thursday. No,
Um,
no,
I don't
that's
know.
wait a minute. A Monday. Is that a Monday?
It is actually a Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday. Yeah,
Sunday.
Sunday.
There you go. We're getting old, man. Getting
Yeah,
old. Heaters.
are we all?
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it, man. Tell me about it. Uh, I think I think I pulled something this morning putting my socks on. Ashley said her birthday is this Sunday. Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Well, so everybody wish Ashley a happy birthday. And she does not get to escape the cheesy birthday cake. We'll let this one ride out.
The drink. Well,
There we go.
you should have said it was your birthday, Ashley.
I know, right? You know what's going to happen now? She's
What?
gonna go back now. Tell all her friends. Oh my god, I was on YouTube and everybody wished me happy birthday, and they played the happy birthday song for me. But what a cheesy birthday song! Y'all got to come and watch this. This. They can't come up with a better birthday song than that.
That's right out of the 80s, right there.
What's that?
That's right out of the 1980s.
It is, man. It is, man. Believe it or not, that was some cheesy hair band from the 80s who did that with a synthesizer, probably. But happy birthday to Ashley. 30, dirty 30.
Wow.
I don't remember 30.
30's a long time ago for us, Bobby.
Yes, it was. I'm almost twice her age. About a year and a half
Sure.
short. Hi, big girl.
My oldest son is actually older than Ashley.
My daughter's 30. Just she turned 32 November 1st. So she's my. Yeah, I'm getting old, dude. Getting old. I had a daughter. It's almost in her damn mid-30s. Oh, what am I gonna do, man? Rob said he was 32 and a half years ago.
And Rob.
Twice plus 6, yeah, decades. You know what's sickening? I actually was thinking about this the other day. So check this out. I was born in 66, right? So
Yeah.
you got 66, 76, 86, 96, 2006, 2016, almost 2026.
Yeah.
I've been alive in almost 7 decades, bro. 7 different decades. Alan.
Just imagine what the world was like when you were born in 66. I was born in 68, so It was pretty much the same world.
Yeah, pretty
How
much.
how how much technology's advanced and how much the world has changed.
Well, here's the funny part about that is the year after you're born, right? We walked on the moon.
Yeah,
The computer that's in your cell phone is more powerful than the computer that sent the men to the moon.
you could probably buy a calculator that has more processing power than that computer.
How sad is that?
Yeah.
That's how much stuff has changed at all. See, Alan, you missed it, man. We sang happy birthday to Ashley because her birthday is coming up Sunday, I think she said, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of birthdays this month. We had who we had Jeff Hendricks this month. Ashley,
We had Sonya, right?
Scuba Sonia was this month.
Yeah.
Mr.
Somebody
Ortner,
else too.
Mr. Ortner
Yeah,
was
Phil.
Phil
Yeah.
was the day after Scuba Sonia's. So yeah, man, we
Okay. Got mine coming up the end of the month.
a lot of birthdays, man. A lot of birthdays. Which let's see. Man, there's a lot of screwing.
Abraham Lincoln, yeah.
Abraham Lincoln, yep.
Yeah.
Damn.
George Washington.
Y'all's parents were doing a lot of screwing in May and June, man.
Yeah.
Or April, May, and June. Usually it's in the winter. It's too cold to go outside. But yeah, happy birthday, 30th birthday. Wow, man, 30. If I knew that, if I knew now if I knew then what I know now, man,
You'd be a wealthier man.
I would have took it a little easier on my body. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I always used to, because I used to play a lot of sports, softball, football. They always used to tell me, wait till you get older, you're gonna feel that. Like, yeah.
You mean adult softball?
What's that?
You mean adult league softball?
Yeah, softball.
I played that for years.
I played
too.
I played in two different leagues, dude. I played like double headers at night during the week and double headers on Sundays. I played flag football. I played basketball. In the we had leagues that we played. We rented gyms for and all that. And I never thought about it. I'd run into fences, dive, tackle. I didn't care. Everybody used to say the same thing. All my mom, my dad. You better slow down a little bit. You get older, you know what's going to happen. You're going to get arthritis, and you're not going to be able to walk right, and this and that. I walked just fine, but when I got cold and damp days, boy, does my knee and my hip feel it. Ooh, on a cold, damp day.
I played softball for quite a few years, and I played hockey too.
Hockey wasn't huge here. It's probably more popular now than it was when I was younger. Because we didn't really we had roller rinks, but we didn't really have too many like ice skating rinks. Now it's like 25 minutes from my house, I can get to 3 different ones.
Yeah.
So
it's not like back in when we were young. Ice arenas were mostly in Canada.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of the Super Bowl, I don't know about y'all. That might have been the worst halftime show I've ever seen.
And the worst national anthem at the beginning too.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Yeah,
but
they should have got Leslie Nielsen to play the national anthem.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing: whoever's doing the national anthem, they ain't paying that person a whole lot.
Yeah.
The NFL is paying a lot of money to whoever does the halftime shows. That's pretty bad, man. I was not impressed at all.
I knew I wouldn't like it, so I worked on my book during the halftime show.
And my daughter texts me. She goes, "What a great halftime show!" And I'm like, I sent her a text back with a question mark, and she's like, "LOL." So she knows She knows I was like not impressed with it, but I'll tell you
I don't
what.
know why. I don't know why they can't alternate it. I mean, they always have the same genre every year.
Um, actually, like there was a halftime show. And you know what the sad thing is? Here's the funny part. So they're all making a big deal about it. Oh well, 134 people watched the halftime show. 134 million, right? Um, way back when Michael Jackson did the halftime show, right?
And that was the most watched, actually.
Well, it was until that Sunday. He was 133.4 or something like that. But what people don't understand is that there was no streaming. There was no social media. You know, you didn't have all those different platforms. Um, so think about that. He did less than a million more than Michael Jackson did. You imagine if Michael Jackson was still alive and did a halftime show today with everything that we have now, with between the streaming services, YouTube, social media, all that stuff, he probably would have done 200 million, had 200 million people watching. And he didn't have, 1,000 different, dancers, and he was the show.
Yeah.
That's it. That's a big difference.
My favorite halftime shows of all time was one with Prince when he was singing "Purple Rain" and it was pouring.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was I thought that was awesome.
And they
And the other
finally
one was
did. What's that?
Tom Petty when
Petty,
Petty played.
Petty can't go wrong, man.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with Tom Petty, man. But the at least this year there was at least the commercials have been so bad for the last 20 years.
Mm.
At least there was like two or three of the commercials. I'm sitting there watching. My wife and I are watching the game, and um, most of the commercials, she was like, "That's really stupid. That's really stupid." And then there was like two or three of them that I actually thought were funny, and I started laughing. And my wife's like, "I can't." The things that you think are funny, I'm like, sorry. There was one. I don't
Yeah,
remember what.
I know which one you're gonna bring up.
Go ahead.
The one about the breast cancer. The one about the tatas.
No,
You didn't see that one?
I don't remember that one.
No.
No, the one of the ones, the funniest one I thought was, um, uh, it was the one had the alien in it. You remember that one?
Maybe if you refresh my mind.
I don't remember exactly what it was about. I just remember the end part of it, and I just it like hit me all of a sudden. I started laughing, and my wife just looked at me and went, I can't believe you think that's funny. It's funny. It was funny to me. Sorry. Most of them were not funny. I miss um, the old Budweiser frogs. Remember them?
Yeah, the guys, Budweiser.
Yep. But
What's up?
my favorite commercials from back then were the E Trade Baby.
Yeah,
You remember the E Trade Baby?
yeah.
That was funny. Those were funny. This changed so much. And did you see? And the funny thing is, did you see what the? Do you know what the average cost of a commercial for the Super Bowl is now?
It's a lot of money.
They showed it. They showed it from back when. What was it? Uh, was it the 80s? I think it was 70s or 80s. It would cost the company $40,000 for a
40,000.
30-second spot during the Super Bowl. It's now $8 million for a 30-second spot in the Super Bowl.
I'd hate to be the ones who paid for that spot in the second half of that game.
And the thing is, I have never ever seen an ad on TV, and I've never seen an ad during a Super Bowl commercial ever in my 58 years, almost 59 years on this earth, where I looked at it and went, "Ooh, we got to check that out." Not once. Not
You were
once.
probably not the target audience, though.
Um, Probably not.
Yeah.
Still, you got to think about it. All these Super Bowls and all these years and all the different ads. You would think somewhere's in there would be at least one where I look at it and go, "Huh, not one."
I've never watched one of the Budweiser commercials and said, "Boy, I got to go out and buy some Budweiser."
I don't need a commercial to buy
Yeah.
Budweiser. You're wasting your money. You're wasting your money there.
Yeah.
I'm going to drink it whether you have a commercial or not. It is what it is. And then they had the what was it? I think they had a Johnny Walker commercial. I think it was.
I might have missed that one.
I'm not a Johnny Walker guy, so it didn't really appeal to me.
Yeah, Johnny Walker, you can keep that.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. And there's too many of them. You got what? Johnny Walker Black, Johnny Walker Red, Johnny
I'd rather
Walker
have some. I'd rather have some Crapple,
Crapple. I
Crown
actually
Royal
live,
Apple.
I actually live not too far. Actually, the very first Dig It Dude,
Yeah.
our original location for that was actually an apple orchard, but they have their own distillery where they make apple schnapps.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's a pretty big company. It's called Laird's, and we obviously didn't wind up using that location. Otherwise, everybody would have had an opportunity to go pick their own apples or go, you know, pick up a bottle or two of apple schnapps if they wanted it, stuff like that. So, yeah, what are you gonna do? It is what it is.
I never had the urge to go in the apple orchard and pick my own apples.
Me neither. I
I'd have
used to
somebody else do that for
when I
me.
was a kid though. When I was a kid, my mom used to take us um, from Newark, where I lived, to South Jersey to visit my aunt, and we used to go on Sundays. That's how I wound up being an Eagles fan because there was no cable back then, and the only thing down there that you can't get is Philadelphia stations. But when we used to go there, we used to go pick blueberries. And so when you're a kid, that's it's cool. You're like put blueberries in the thing. And you're like boop, boop, pop, pop. Some in there,
Yeah.
put some here. Strawberries, we did strawberries too. But yeah, I never was never. I did pick my own oranges when I lived in Florida though, so that was cool. But it was right there. It was available to me.
Yeah.
You pay like $10.
People do it for the experience of picking apples, though. It
Yeah,
isn't.
you
Yeah.
pay like $10, and they give you a bag or a little satchel, and you just
They
go.
take you out in the orchard and say, "Go
Yeah,
for it."
yeah, there you go. Knock yourself out. Knock yourself out. It's cool. It's one of those things where it was, all right. I did it once. Cool. Okay, done. I don't need to do it again. But yeah, I used to pick blueberries when I was a kid. It was pretty cool.
And Maine's one of the biggest producers of blueberries in the world.
Who?
Maine.
Oh, is it really?
Oh yeah. Out in eastern Maine, there they got farms all over the place growing wild blueberries.
Go to Maine and get your blueberries. They come already frozen.
Yeah. Along with the lobster,
What's that?
get yourself a
Oh,
lobster and
that's
some blueberries.
the lobster. Yeah, I go the lobster definitely. My wife, you kidding me? If I told my wife, I say, hey, why don't we just take a trip to Maine? Um, we'll just go stay overnight. We're just gonna go up there and pick up some lobster and bring it home. She'd just look at me and go, "What time we leaving?"
Yeah.
Loves lobster. Loves it.
There's this one place in Wisconsin. It's like a little stand. It looks like a little shack. It's called Reds, and it's like world famous for their lobster rolls. And there's always a long line going into the place.
Right. Well, when you get up towards, I have a friend that used to work. I have a kid that used to work for me. His family used to vacation in Maine.
Yeah.
So whenever they would go. He used to tell me that once you get up to a certain point, even the McDonald's up there have lobster
Uh,
rolls.
yeah. Well, they used to. I don't know if they've done that in the last couple of years. Probably since 2020 they haven't.
I was gonna say, he used to do. He worked for me from like 2015 to about 2017, so a couple of years. But they used to go twice a year, and he used to tell me, "I can't wait to get up there. First thing we're gonna do is stop at McDonald's and get a lobster roll."
Yeah.
I said, "At McDonald's?" He goes, "Yeah, you go up there. They got McDonald's that has lobster rolls." I'm like, "Jeez,
They do. He's not lying.
yeah, they did." So I was
Yeah.
like, "Wow." But and he used to, what's funny thing is, he used to take his metal detector up there. He went with me a few times here when I first started doing it, and I used to go to the beach at night. So I go to the beach around 11:30 in the night, park because um, parking in the summer where I live on the beach, it's $35 a day. But if you go after a certain time, then they don't charge you. There's nobody there to charge you. So I used to go at night at 11:30 at night, and then I'd go on the beach and I'd be there till 4 or 5 in the morning. I'd stay till about 5 because Dunkin' Donuts opens up at 5. So I used to leave
Yeah.
and then hit Dunkin' Donuts on my way home. And he went with me a couple times at night. He didn't stay the whole night, but 2, 3 hours till like 1 in the morning. He had an old. He loved it though. He had an old whites,
Yeah,
an old
a
white.
lot of people used to like those old whites machines.
Yeah, I mean, he showed up with his whites and one of those little kitty like handheld shovels, and I'm like, dude, I, you're gonna want to pick up something because you're young. When you start to get older, like I am, you're not gonna want to be bending over with that little tiny thing. You get yourself a sand scoop, man. I can't be bending over with that little thing all the time. No, 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 no. Ashley is allergic to seafood. I love seafood. That's one of the greatest things, man. Is a lot of people like they're like, I don't really like fish. Depends on how it's cooked. As long as it doesn't as long as it doesn't taste
Uh,
fishy, it's a fish.
yeah.
It's supposed to
My,
taste
wa-
fishy.
my wife will not eat fish or seafood of any kind.
My wife will if it's cooked right. Yeah, exactly, Phil. I'll stick with dirt too. I will definitely stick with the dirt. I learned. I did one summer of beach hunting, and then I just finally came uh, to reason and said, this has got to be. It's got to be more to it than this. It's I have a lot of good friends that do just mostly beach hunting. More power to you. That's your thing. But I got to be on the dirt, man. I got to be on the dirt or grass. I mean, if I got a nice old grass field, I'm good with that. I have no problem with that. But I need to be on. It's got to be dirt there, man. It's got to be
Yeah.
dirt. I got to have the dirt, man. I don't mind digging holes and then leaning, bending over, but you know, not with a little kitty handheld sand scoop thingy. You got to get and do that.
Mhm. That's all right
Actually,
in a dry sand. It's all right, but
yeah, actually, Phil, I have a nude beach not far from here. I knew about it since I was a kid, and I discovered it. Me and a friend of mine discovered it by accident when I was 14.
oh
We we
sure.
used to do a lot of fishing,
Mhm.
so his dad dropped us off at this place called Sandy Hook, and dropped us off. And we went on one of the jetties, and we were fishing. So we're standing there, and we're just fishing, and all of a sudden we see three women walking towards us. And as they start to get closer and closer and closer, um, you started to realize, okay, why does she have like skin colored top and a black bottom? That's just not doesn't match. And as they started to get closer and closer, we were both like, uh, she's not wearing a bathing suit. And like, oops, guess we found the nude beach.
Well, when you're 14, that probably excite you a little bit.
Um, well, it's no, not really. Um,
No.
I was just very grateful that it was 3 women and not 3 men walking that way. I might have been scarred for life at that
Yeah.
point. But, New Hampshire has one and a nudist camp. Do they actually like sit around the campfire nude? Curious about that one. I don't know. It's a little risky, don't you think?
Yeah, when you're out in the wilderness, probably want
That's
to
why
have
I,
clothes on of some
that's why I
sort.
never understood that why anybody would volunteer for what's that show called? Naked and Afraid?
Well, any of
They're just,
those reality shows.
they're just thrown out in the wilderness
Yeah.
naked and um, yeah, no. You wake up in the morning and you're freaking you're whatever they call it these days is like nine like purple with a big knot on it because you got bit by something in the middle of the night. Yeah, imagine that. Ugh,
Yeah.
no, no. I've been in bathrooms, dude, in like retail stores and restaurants that I don't even want to pee in because they're so disgusting. Let alone
Yeah.
be in the middle of nowhere in some whatever country it is, you know, sitting there waiting for something, a brown recluse spider or, uh, a tarantula or scorpion or something like that. They don't care where they sting you, man. They're not walking around going, "Yeah, no, I'm not gonna, not that. I'll get you over here." They don't care.
Or some kind of snake or something,
What's that?
or some snake or something.
Yeah, I'm good. No, I'm good, man. Yeah. Oh, you can win $250,000. I'm I'm good, man. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I yeah, great. I won $250,000, but now I have to pee through a bag because I got bit somewhere. And yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm not big on these reality shows. You know what I'm saying? None of them.
We're probably not the demographic that they're gonna have in those shows anyway.
We were
We're a little
we
bit
were
we're a little bit too old.
those reality shows been around for a while. Like that, what was it? The survival one. It's been around like
Yeah,
20
but
years.
they have younger people in them than us.
But we were younger back then,
Yeah.
and it still didn't appeal to me. Still didn't appeal to me. So, all right, dudes, we are past our time here, and appreciate y'all coming. And I think I'll put it out when I put my thumbnail out. I think if anybody that's got some finds they want to email in and check out, uh, please do so. I'll post the email address when I post the thumbnail, so you can send us your cool stuff that you found. And no matter what it is, if you got out and you took the time and got out and dug, send it in. I appreciate y'all, and y'all have a great week. And hopefully, you guys can get out and dig. And we will see you guys next Wednesday. Until then,
Bye, everyone.
later, dudes.